You ever get that feeling like you're just a background character in your own life? Where your days are kind of just these identical scenes playing over and over again? Well, that feeling, being on autopilot, it's super common. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain, figure out why it happens, and talk about a really simple way to get back in the driver's seat.
It's such a weird feeling, isn't it? It can hit you at any time, right? Maybe you're brushing your teeth or on that same old commute and you suddenly realize, wait, is this Tuesday or Wednesday? It's like the days just stop being their own separate chapters and kind of blur together into one long, kind of boring paragraph.
And yeah, this probably looks familiar. It's the basic rhythm for so many of us, right? You wake up, you work, you eat, you scroll, a lot of scrolling, then you sleep. And then you do it all over again. And look, there's a reason we do it. The routine is predictable, it's even a little comforting. But that same routine can also be a trap, making you feel less like you're driving your life and more like you're just along for the ride.
So, why? Why does this happen? Is it just because we're all so busy, or is there something deeper going on? Well, it turns out the answer isn't about your schedule. It's actually hardwired right into our brains.
And here's where it gets really interesting. This whole autopilot thing, it's not a bug. It's actually a feature of your brain. See, our brains are obsessed with being efficient. They're designed to take anything you do over and over again and turn it into an automatic routine. Why? To save mental energy for more important stuff. Think about when you first learned to drive. You had to focus on everything, right? The wheel, the pedals, the mirrors. But now, you can probably drive home and not even remember half the trip because you were thinking about what to make for dinner. That's your brain's amazing efficiency at work.
But, and this is a big but, there's a trade-off to all this incredible efficiency. On the one hand, yeah, it's great for productivity. You get things done without even thinking about it. But on the other hand, we sacrifice awareness. That feeling of being present, of actually living the moment and making real memories, that gets pushed to the side. So the more our brain runs on these efficient routines, the less we're actually, experiencing our own lives.
And this quote really nails it. When everything is predictable, your brain just checks out. It goes into this low-power mode because it thinks, hey, I've seen this movie before, I don't need to pay close attention. It stops recording the details. And this is probably a huge reason why time feels like it speeds up as we get older. Our lives get more routine, so our brains don't bother making new memories, and suddenly a whole week or even a month just disappears in a blur.
Okay, so I want you to just pause for a second. Really think about this. What if your life stayed exactly the same for the next 5 years? I mean, no changes at all. Same job, same routine, same everything, day after day. How does that idea make you feel? Seriously. Maybe it's comforting, maybe it's terrifying. Whatever that feeling is, it's telling you something really important about what you actually want out of life. So if the problem is a life that's too predictable, what's the fix? Well, the good news is you don't have to quit your job and move to another country. The key to breaking this cycle, to waking up from autopilot, is actually surprisingly simple. It's just one word: novelty.
And listen, when I say novelty, I don't mean you need to go book a round-the-world trip tomorrow. It can be way, way smaller than that. Like, seeking a new experience could just be taking a different route to work or trying a new recipe for dinner. Asking new questions? That could just be questioning a way you've always done things. And exploring new perspectives? Hey, just read an article about something you know absolutely nothing about. We're talking about tiny shifts here, not giant life changes.
Because that's all it takes. The second you introduce something new, even something tiny, it's like a splash of cold water on your brain. It gets jolted out of its sleepy, automatic mode. It has to wake up, it has to pay attention, and it has to process this new thing. And when it does that, it starts creating fresh, unique memories. And boom, that's it. That feeling of awareness just comes flooding back. And really, that's the big idea here. You don't need some massive life event to wake up from autopilot. Sometimes it's just the smallest change, the tiniest new perspective that can flip the switch. It all starts with one small decision, to just break the pattern. So I'll leave you with a question to think about. What is one small, new thing you can do today to make it feel just a little bit different from yesterday?